NFTs are complicated. You love them, you hate them. You get mad at how expensive they are. Somehow they start growing on you. But then you realize Keanu Reeves hates them. So then you're left conflicted again. But what is it about NFTs that are so incredible that everyone is spending millions of dollars on them? Well, no one's sure. Even people who have bought them are low-key regretting it. To learn more, keep watching. First, what do we get when we buy an NFT? The thing with NFTs is that they're different. It's a completely different world. And if someone isn't a part of it, they'll just think that it's just an ordinary piece of art, but in reality, it's way different than that. Or is it? When you buy an NFT, you get to, of course, support the artist you like financially, but you also get the usage rights for it. And of course, you can flex the fact that you own this piece of art and paid a good amount of money for it. But is it really a flex if your friend can do the same thing without paying a penny? All it takes is a screenshot, a right click, or just taking a picture of the piece of art. Well, it's more like owning an original artwork, while others can have copies of it. But some NFT owners aren't sure of that. They're confused if they own the NFT now, or do they have a certificate of ownership, or do they own a part of it? It's all a bit confusing, even for the people who've already bought it. That brings us to Lauren Good, who owns a framed Stephen Curry NFT. According to Good, it's very rare when someone asks about the on-loop video of Curry launching a bomb in a Golden State game against Dallas. Even though the Stephen Curry highlight sits on her kitchen counter, Lauren also doesn't know much about it. Like, does she even own it, or does she just get credit for having it in her space? The conclusion that she's been able to come to, though, is that these frames are token gadgets. She calls them sturdy bits of atoms, sold for thousands of dollars. They exist in their physical form, just for you to show off your new art. But the question is, was it worth buying it, just to show off a video that everyone is least interested in? Lauren is as conflicted as we are. Up next, let's talk about infinite object frames. An infinite object video frame is basically just a frame for your videos. There's no complicated software or buttons in this frame. It's just a screen that plays a video on loop for up to 24 hours. Lauren owns one of these frames on loan from the company. She reached out to the founder and chief executive of Infinite Objects, Joe Saavedra, who was able to give her more information about the frames. He claimed that IO has a unique approach to display technology. He also stated that this technology is a real representative of a single blockchain-backed asset. Now you must be wondering, what's the difference between IO frames and any ordinary frames that we've seen? According to Saavedra, the company elevates the video by turning it into something that is collectible, that can be bought and sold. In traditional photo frames, you can change the picture inside the frame anytime you want, but with IO frames, that's not the case. They're unchangeable, which means you're stuck with the art you get in it forever. So, do you get ownership of the NFT you're getting inside your frame? Well, no. According to Saavedra, the image you receive is not the NFT art itself, but just a physical twin to the asset on the blockchain. If you're thinking that all this is just a bunch of baloney, you might be surprised at how much other NFT frame makers are willing to pitch. While IO frames cost around $79 to $450, many other frame makers are selling their frames for much higher prices. Jonathan Levine, chief executive of Master and Dynamics, is selling a 33-inch display for NFTs for $4,500. What's the difference between this display and an IO frame? According to Levine, they will show NFTs at the intended quality imagined by the artist. And then, why invest in NFTs when you can invest in physical art? It's no secret that many masters of the art world aren't really fans of NFT, with a lot of them debating whether this is art in the first place or a disgrace to it. There's been a lot of discussion regarding them. So the million-dollar question arises, why buy an NFT when you can buy physical art? According to the founder of Token Frame, Damian Medina, NFTs never deteriorate over time, unlike physical art. He also stated that physical art is so much easier to forge as compared to NFTs. He went on to give the example of owning a work by Picasso. He stated that just in order to keep the work safe, you'll have to spend a lot of money. And the worst part is, you don't even get to keep it in your house for the most part, because you need to store it in a temperature-regulated environment. But with NFTs, everything's digital. While you may be making a few points there, we don't think owning a Picasso painting can compare to owning a Bored Ape NFT. But that's just us. And finally, what happens when you have to resell your IO frame? The process for reselling an IO frame is actually kind of cool. According to Saavedra, you'd have to sell the digital asset, the NFT, on NBATopShot.com first. Then after scanning the QR code on the back of the frame, the associated website would show that the asset is sold and that the previous owner would be owner number 2. What's interesting is that the data to whom it's sold and who it goes to all remains on the chain. We have to admit, all of this is interesting, but we just don't think we're buying it. Oh well, at least Keanu would be proud of us. Other related news. First up, Samsung to create an upcoming Galaxy Galaxy NFT ecosystem. It was announced recently by Samsung that they will be partnering with Theta Labs to create an NFT ecosystem for its upcoming range of Galaxy phones. According to the firm, they will be promoting consumer experience innovation through this ecosystem by connecting the virtual world along with benefits in the real world. This partnership isn't the first of its kind. Samsung has collaborated with Theta Networks before on their NFT Digital Collectible project. Pre-order buyers in Korea could claim free NFTs by registering on Theta Drop. At that time, Theta Networks co-founder Mitch Liu stated that this partnership exemplifies the global adoption of the company's blockchain technology. He stated that he was positive that this could be a step forward in building a long-term community. Up next, Consumer Group asks famous celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton for NFT connection. Tina, Truth in Advertising, revealed recently that they had put 17 celebrities on notice for promoting NFTs without proper disclosures. According to Tina, they've sent out a letter which states that celebrities must state clearly any material connection to NFT companies that they are promoting, as imposed by the Federal Trade Commission. Some of the celebrities who have received this letter are Gwyneth Paltrow, Snoop Dogg, DJ Khaled, Paris Hilton, and Eva Longoria. Tina has previously sent letters to Justin Bieber and Reese Witherspoon. According to them, both celebrities were engaged in undisclosed endorsements. Bieber was called out for endorsing the NFT collections for the In-Betweeners, while Reese Witherspoon for World of Women. According to Tina, celebrities who promote NFTs aren't helping the financial literacy of their followers. While these celebrities have the privilege of being able to take risks, many of their followers do not. As Jenny Holzer once said, and we quote, "The abuse of power comes as no surprise." And finally, Ugly Duck WTF revolutionizes the NFT space. Ugly Duck WTF recently launched a new mysterious project that changed the narratives of the NFT space. Looks like they're reaching their goals of creating the largest decentralized community because right now they are dominating the NFT space. They also claim that they plan to be the alpha group of the high-end art collectors, investors, and artists. The NFT group claimed that its vision was to create the most profitable, decentralized network, which included NFT communities of high-profile artists and collectors. It offers two features on its platform. The first is trust and transparency. While the decision-making project is the community's, the suggestions are given by the core team, which makes Ugly Duck different from other platforms. What makes Ugly Duck different from other platforms is that they leave the most critical decisions in the hands of the community. And what's that? The pricing of the project, of course. It's the feeling of authority that makes the consumer of this platform so happy with it. This leads us to the second feature of the platform, which is that it's a community-driven project. As discussed earlier, the community gets to make the big decision about the project. It is also said that this platform has the investment and realization of the project financed, which means that it is a free mint project. People are obsessed with them because they're perfectionists, and their team's art is insane, with people claiming that what drew them toward Ugly Duck is the attention to detail. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about NFTs? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.